So today, a new episode of Pokemon Presents dropped to celebrate Pokemon Day. 26 years of Pokemon now. I mean, boy, does that make me feel old. With so much big Pokemon content releasing recently, I personally wasn't expecting this to be too crazy. I figured maybe some updates for the games that just released in terms of big announcements, which we did get, but we got much more than that as well, didn't we? It kicked off in typical fashion with a slew of updates for the various mobile games, little events they've got going on in them for Pokemon Day. You know, gems, get your gems! Make sure you log into Pokemon Unite right away so you can get a shirt for your avatar that you don't even see when you play. Honestly, I really don't get how people make time for a lot of this crap with so much other real Pokemon games coming out. I mean, even myself as someone who wasn't the biggest fan of Diamond and Pearl, I'd certainly rather play that over any of this mobile nonsense. I mean something like Cafe Mix, I'll cut some slack because it's a completely different, cute little game. I guess even Unite, being League of Legends. But yeah, for the most part, Go, even Masters, I don't know. I don't really get it. And speaking of the Diamond and Pearl bare bones remakes, they'll be getting a little update that will add shame into the game via the mystery gift function. You're going to get the Professor Oak letter that will allow you to go and catch it, which is, okay, cool. Not something significant, but I got no problem with little additions like that. But Arceus is also getting an update that appears to be fairly significant. The Daybreak update will add a bit of story content in the game, as well as some new Pokemon, new encounters. You'll see Pokemon at least in some different areas, and I guess you're investigating why these different groups of Pokemon are popping up. So you're getting actual story content. Maybe that will help people get that 10th star, which has been pretty difficult. They're adding more trainer battles in the training grounds, and it all drops today, the Diamond and Pearl stuff as well. And when they were talking up the Arceus DLC, I had a feeling there was going to be a price tag on it. Maybe it'd be the first part of a series of DLC, kind of like what we saw with Sword and Shield. But no, it's totally free, which I can't complain about that. A game that just came out a month ago, already getting a decent chunk of free DLC. Kind of reminds me of how Capcom handles Monster Hunter. And it's probably never a bad thing to take some pointers from Monster Hunter. I want to also throw in here, I know I haven't shared my full thoughts on Arceus yet in a video, which I'm sorry, just I've been super busy, but I do want to get that out in the next couple days. And it's kind of nice that I waited though, because I'll also be able to talk in that video about the big closer for this Pokemon Presents. Because yeah, we weren't done yet. There was just one more thing to talk about. We got what started off as a live action trailer of this guy investigating this sort of abandoned Game Freak office. I was honestly thinking, oh god, this is gonna be another weird mobile game. I know it. But to my very pleasant surprise, it was not. It was in fact for the next generation of Pokemon games, Gen 9, which will be titled Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And it wasn't just a teaser, we even got some in-game footage. It looks like, thankfully, it will be pulling pretty heavily from Arceus. Big, wide open areas with Pokemon running around. While we don't actually see straight gameplay, the layout, the way things are scaled, makes it look like it'll also be in that third-person perspective, which I absolutely love. I hope that's the standard going forward. I think it's so much more immersive. They showed a tease even of the starters. I'm digging that duck, guys. Visually, I think it looks like an upgrade from Arceus. I don't know how much that has to do with the actual quality, textures in that looking better, but having it be more populated certainly helps. With Arceus taking place in ancient times, you have a lot of barren open spaces, just trees, and I think that makes the weak visuals really get amplified. In contrast with this game, seeing, the bustling towns in that, I just think it looks way more visually appealing. And even those open areas, where there isn't a whole lot going on, I thought they looked better. At least the shots they showed, more nice foliage in that. Obviously, stuff is going to be cherry-picked for the trailer, so we'll have to see. And from what I'm hearing, these are going to be actually pretty open games. Like, I'm seeing people say you're going to be able to just run out of a town into the wild without having to, like, transition, load in, which would be amazing, again, for improving that feeling of immersion. Arceus, I wouldn't even call it an open world game. I mean, it's just really not, in my opinion. It's just like a series of big zones that all feel very disconnected from each other. But yeah, this game looks solid. While I don't want to give too much away about what I think of Arceus, in this video at least, I'm very excited where things are going to go from here. Now, this game is going to be coming out at the end of this year, 2022. I'm assuming it will be like November, which means essentially we're going to be getting 3 major Pokemon releases within the span of a year. Sure, you can make the arguments about remakes being remakes, Arceus being sort of a different thing. I wonder if Pokemon fanboys, defenders will sort of flip from explaining how Arceus is a core entry when it comes to the amount of milking we're seeing from this franchise. Maybe they'll start to flip and be like, well, actually, Arceus is kind of a different thing. Because, yeah, I mean, seriously, Call of Duty has got nothing on Pokemon now. It's not even close. It's definitely a bit much, in my opinion. Now, I do think this is going to be an exception. I don't think this is going to be the norm going forward or anything. And I'll say, as long as the games are good, if Scarlet and Violet are more Arceus, less Sword and Shield, less Diamond and Pearl remakes, then it's not so bad. But yeah, I wouldn't want this to become the norm, or God forbid, have things ramp up even more from here. And it's kind of even getting to be a bit much for me, having to keep up with all the games, like, running simultaneously. As I just said, Diamond and Pearl remakes, they're going to get that little update. Arceus got a more substantial update coming. I know, right now, I think they're doing an event in Sword and Shield for you to get the shiny versions of the legendary birds. I mean, you're really making me juggle a lot of stuff here, guys. It's cool that you're giving us some solid content for free, but you're also asking us to buy a lot of $60 games. I mean, like, every few months now. So yeah, I'd like to see things slow down a bit. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. I'll cut it off here. Let me know your thoughts on the latest Pokemon Presents in the comments. What did you think about the presentation overall? Are you excited for Scarlet and Violet? What do you think about these games coming out so close together? As always, I'm the Shy Guy, Johnny Zakari, and thanks for watching.